So now we're going to do another example of calculating the slope through 2 points. In this case, we're going to calculate the slope through the points -3, 5, and 1, -2. As before, I want you to first start by identifying the important information. This is going to be x1, y1. This is going to be x2, y2. Okay. Then, as I mentioned before, I want you to write down your formula. You want to write down your formula, again, just as a way of forming a good habit. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What I often tell people also is another reason for doing this is that when you look back on your notes later, let's say you're studying for an exam or something, your notes will show all the logical thought process that you went through and will be much more comprehensible than if you had just written down the answer, as a lot of students say it. Oh, I got the answer. Okay, so here we go. We write down our formula, and now we plug in. y2 is -2 minus our y1, which is 5, divided by our x2, which is 1, minus our x1, which is -3. Right, our y2 -2 minus our y1, which is 5. Our x2, which is 1, minus our x1, which is -3, like this. -2 minus 5 is -7, divided by 1 minus a -3 becomes 1 plus 3, which is 4. So now we can identify what the slope of this line is. The line that passes through the points -3, 5 and 1, -2 has a slope of -7 divided by 4. Now I want to explain how we interpret this negative slope. The way we interpret this negative slope for our purposes is that for every 4 steps to the right, we will go down 7 instead of up 7. Yes. So whenever you have a negative slope, the run is to the right toward the positive x-axis, and the rise is actually down. And that's why it's negative instead of positive. And so now let me draw a little cartoon to see what this line will look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw in our Cartesian plane, as before. Okay? And we're going to put in our tick marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to plot this point, -3, 5, here. So I'm going to go -1, -2, -3, and then 5. So that's positive 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here. That's this point. 1, -2 is the next point. So that means we're going to go 1 in the x-axis, in the x direction, and then 2 down in the y direction because it's -2. And so we have these 2 points. We can now connect them like this. And if you notice, it's going down, right? Every time we go 4 units that way, it's going to go 7 units down. And there we have it. The slope of the line from -3, 5, and 1, -2. Amazing.